I'm a pro and I'm better than you. I can bend you like a pretzel, I can tear you in two. I like to taunt you and scare you and make you feel lame. Cause in this business, that's the name of the game. I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. 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 I'm a man, I'm a pro, and I'm better than you. I can bend you like a pretzel, I can tell you in two. Man, that song is tight. Hey, this is Larry Chillybone Lloyd and my bro Jazzy Jack here for Wrestle Birmingham. We got some jam-up NWA Championship Wrestling action coming your way, so don't you dare go away. I like to taunt you and scare you and make you feel lame, because in this business, that's the name of the game. I'm a man, I'm a pro, and I'm better than you. I can bend you like a pretzel, I can tear you in two. I like to talk. Come to meet me, you better learn to fly, because you hit the mat hard when you come from the sky. And that's what Herb Winch's found out about 20 years ago when he came up against the Great Kaiser, managed by Dr. Johnny Peoples III. Let's take a look at it now.
I was assaulted and abused by this man, the Great Kaiser, and his manager, Dr. Johnny Peoples III. The promoter called to say the two wanted to stop by on their way out of town for another match to apologize to me personally and to you, the public, for the comments they made toward the city of Birmingham. Gentlemen, it's yours.
Apologize?
Yes.
We never apologized to anybody at any time for anything.
Well, wait a minute. I thought that was the reason you were coming. It was to...
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm the Great Kaiser from Austria, and I am used to having the greatest sports announcers from everywhere interview me, and I don't appreciate an insipid pencil-neck geek like you interrupting me while I'm here on assignment. And I want to tell you one other thing. I would be glad to extend the courtesy to you to challenge me next Monday night in the ring, and that's the only way you will get an apology from me.
Great move right here, Winches. I'm telling you, that was tough. I liked it.
Yeah, I kind of resorted back to my old college days at Jacksonville State with that move, the little crawl. And right here, he gets me into a bear hug, and he's squeezing pretty tight here, and he rams me into the turnbuckles, Mike, and then he takes a couple of nice shots, and the winch goes down.
Herb, I got to tell this to you. You had all the women in the station jammed around the TV set. Those trunks are really something, Herb. I mean...
You think they're sexy or what?
I don't personally, but somehow the women in the station were just going nuts. This right here looks like it really hurts. Herb, you look like you're in pain here, huh?
Well, I'm not exaggerating, Mike. Right there, he was working on the lower back, and it was hurting. It was really hurting. He took a shot behind my ear.
Hey, this is what I like. The winch takes over, man. I wanted to see some more of this. You should have kept coming here.
I was out of... Are you kidding? I was too tired. Now he's grabbing what little bit of hair I've got left.
Did he pull any out?
Yes, he did.
It looked like you lost a little right there. Yeah. Here's the big slam that did you in, Herb. This had to really feel good. I'm sure you'll feel this in the morning.
I'm very sore right now, Mike, and I assure you, when I leave Boutwell Auditorium here, I'm going straight home and get into a hot tub.
This is what I like right here. Oh.
That's
Herb,
it.
What did that feel like, 300 pounds coming down on you?
All I can tell you is the party's over, and turn out the lights, put the chairs in the wagon, because I'm going home. And my manager, Raleigh Dodge, of course, escorting me out of the ring, and I'm glad it's over, but it was quite an experience.
Hey, touch this. Hey, dude. Said can't touch this.
Sorry, bro.
Don't mess with the bone. We'll be right back. Excitement is in the air because on October the 8th, the legends of wrestling come to the Boutwell Auditorium. And I'm talking about Bullet Bob Armstrong versus Jimmy Golden in a loser leave town match. Dr. Tom Pritchard versus the Road Dogg for the Wrestle Birmingham, Alabama heavyweight title. Wildcat Wendell Cooley versus Exotic Adrian Street for the European belt. The legend match, Bill Dundee versus the legend Killer McNasty.
Special challenge match with Roy Lee Welch versus Dennis Condrey, and a whole lot more. Make your plans to be there.
Hello, folks. This is the enforcer, Bill Franklin. We'd like to tell you about some friends of ours out in Tarrant City, M&M Mowers. Drop by and see them, and they'll take care of all your small engine needs. Drop by and see Matt Hitchcock at M&M Mowers.
I'm a man, I'm a pro, and I'm better than you. I can bend you like a pretzel, I can tear you in two. I like to...
Bob and the Jimmy and Gold gonna meet in the ring like the days of old. One will stay and one will go on October the 8th. The story be told.
Robert, I want to ask you one thing. What do you think, how do you feel about the predicament that we're in this loser leave town that my own cousin, Roy Lee Welch, is forcing me into? He's trying his best to run me out of the state of Alabama. This ain't a fair situation. Brickhouse Brown's supposed to be the referee, and he's already said who the winner's going to be, Bob Armstrong. I've never heard nothing like it in all my life. I've been in Alabama for years and years, and nobody has beat me. Nobody has run me out of town, and Bob Armstrong thinks that he can do it with a man like Brickhouse Brown. It can't be done, Brickhouse. Not you saying that he's going to be the winner or nobody else. I own you, boy, Brickhouse Brown. I'll ride you like a Shetland pony, boy, and I'll take your hand and make you count Bob Armstrong out myself. You can't make me do nothing. You are Roy Lee Welch or none of them. You gotta focus. You gotta focus on one thing. You know what the objective is? You want Bob Armstrong's shoulders down. Simple dimples. You've done it 1,000 times.
And he's out.
1, 2, 3. You gotta focus. You gotta stay focused, because I'm gonna guarantee you this. Brickhouse Brown, I've known you for a long time. Ever since I met you for the first time, you've been mine, boy. Ever since I met you for the first time, I could tell you what to do, and that's what you did, because you're a coward and you're scared of me. Now, when they go into a match where there's no rules, no disqualification, that's where it comes in, Jimmy. Because Brickhouse, again, son, you have put yourself as mine. You belong to me, boy, and that means when I tell you to count, you'll count. And just like Jimmy said, if you don't count, then I'll put you down just like Jimmy puts down Bob Armstrong, and I'll do exactly what Jimmy said. I'll take your good-for-nothing arm, raise it up, 1, 2, 3, and Bob Armstrong's out of here. But don't forget, when Bob Armstrong's beat and he's down there and he leaves Birmingham, he leaves your worthless no good here by yourself. And that's when you start to pay, boy. And I'm going to guarantee you, the dues are coming and you're going to pay them. Right, many times have I knocked out that Bob Armstrong? Woo! It's a holiday. That's all it is. The 8th of October, Saturday night, Bellwell Auditorium. It's a holiday, Jim. I'm not going anywhere. No, you're not.
You know, I've spent most of my time wrestling in Birmingham, Alabama. It's been my second home, my home away from home. A lot of you people have never seen me without a mask, but I come here tonight because I got something special coming up October the 8th. And I've never had in my life a referee guaranteeing me a win. And it feels real good because the man I'm wrestling is Jimmy Gold. I've been hit in the head with his brass knucks so many times. Right here in Birmingham, at the Boutwell Auditorium, he's used every trick in the book on me. And you know, finally, you know, even a Chinaman can eat so much rice. I've just had enough. Let's just one of us go. I know I'm old, but I've gotten better as I've gotten old because I've gotten smarter. Because you don't get old if you don't get smarter. And Jimmy Golden, I'll tell you this. I've asked for a loser leave, no DQ, or a 10 count. If you can't answer a 10 count, I want to throw away all the rules. Because on October the 8th, I'm coming and I'm going to be ready. And I'll tell you this time I'll be looking at you. You won't be sneaking up behind me like you have been in all these tag matches. Be just me and you. How would you like that? I don't think you've got it in your crawl because you got that rabbit blood in you. You like to run a lot. Well, every time you run this time, brother, I'm going to be right on your fanny. And you ain't going to get away. If you run all over that Boutwell up in the concession stand, I'm going to be right behind you because it's just going to be me and you. So on October the 8th, one of us is leaving. If it's me, fine, I'll stay at my word. If it's you, thank God in Greyhound you'll be gone.
Enforcer Bill and River D got a grudge match coming for you to see. Right or wrong, things were said on October the 8th, going to come to a head.
Hey,
Don't spit on the ball.
say it, don't spit, man. Get a beat.
October 8th, Boutwell Auditorium. River DeAngelo, you're challenging me to a match. River, you've been running around in the back there listening to the wrong people. You say I've been talking about you behind your back? No, I haven't been saying anything behind your back, River. I've been telling you, and I've been telling other people, the same thing. You just don't like to hear the truth. If that's a fact, then fine. If you want to get in that ring, you and I both been in that steel cage. You and I both been shoot fighters, tough man fighters. Now we're in the wrestling business. If you want to get in that ring with me, you know it's going to be a fight. It ain't going to be a match. There's no such thing as a match between you and me, River. We've been friends too long. If this is personal, we're going to settle it the way we used to settle it when in the school grounds. We're going to settle it face to face. No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. Bad Guy. It's only you and I. If it's a test of your mettle, you wish, River, then you just bring it. But you bring it hard October the 8th at Boutwell, because that's the home of wrestling. NWA Championship Wrestling is coming back to Boutwell Auditorium. Yes, I'm the marketing manager for Wrestle Birmingham, but that's behind the scenes. This is in the ring. It's on October the 8th.
October 8th, Boutwell Auditorium. All the stars in NWA Wrestle Birmingham, we're going to be there. It's going to get rough. It's going to get tough. My name's River DeAngelo. I'm going to beat somebody up. Octobre, el 8, Boutwell Auditorium. Ven aquí. Ven aquí por espectacular. La lucha libre. Vamos a luchar ese. Soy River DeAngelo. Vamos a luchar ese.
The Birmingham duo gonna work for you. That's Action Mike Jackson and Tony Ladu. Jimmy Powell, Mr. Motivation, and Alan Martin might want to take a vacation. Word up, dude.
Dude, yeah.
That's exactly right, Larry. You know, you take two jabronis like this, Mr. Powers and this Mr. Martin, they come in and they try to make their a name for themselves over Action Mike Jackson. Let me tell you something, guys. The hair may be gone, it may be turning grayer, and the eyes may be getting weaker, but the Birmingham duo, I promise you one thing, my friends, can whoop a mud hole in you because we cut our teeth here in Birmingham. We know how to fight. We know what to do. Jimmy Powell, Alan Martin, October the 8th, the Boutwell Auditorium where you and I started. We're going to be back there, and we're going to be coming with barrels and guns loaded, my friend.
You know, every time I watch this thing back, Tony, I get madder and madder. They came in, they tied a necktie around my neck, and they try to choke me. Jimmy Powell won't wrestle, hasn't wrestled yet. But then Alan Martin comes in. This thing with me and Alan Martin has been going on for year after year after year. But I'm going to tell you what, just like what you're doing right now with that folding chair, that's all these people understand. We beat the Freebirds, we beat the Assassins, we beat some of the greatest names in the world. Where'd we beat them at? Boutwell City Auditorium. And I'm going to tell you something, October the 8th, on the biggest night of professional wrestling, 10 big matches. Everybody's coming to Boutwell. We're going to get rid of Jimmy Powell and Alan Martin our way. And you know why it's true? Because the Birmingham duo says so.
The Lever boys met, one had to leave town. But Dennis Condrey came away with the crown. But there was trouble in the air that we had to squelch, and that led to intervention by Roy Lee Welch. He's a man.
Yeah, right on to the bone.
We have been joined at ringside by the Director of Enforcement for the NWA, Roy Lee Welch. Roy, as always, good to have you here, but boy, I know you're here not only to commentate, but to observe this extremely important match, because ultimately Wrestle Birmingham is going to lose a wrestler at the end of this one.
Well, that's right. This is a lose or leave town, and one of them will leave. I know that Dennis Condrey just cannot take having another lover boy around. He's got an ego problem, I guess. But, you know, I can't interfere in the match. Roy is out there as the referee, official referee, and I can't interfere with that. But yet you've got to watch what the man does. Through the years, he's always taken shortcuts, and Condrey, as talented as he is and as good a wrestler as he is, continues to take shortcuts anytime he can.
And look at lover boy Lee Thomas.
Nice move.
Sunset flip on Dennis Condrey. He got a 2 count right away in the early going in this match. Two different styles, really. You've got the Greco-Roman style of Dennis Condrey, the old catch-as-catch-can style that we were all raised in, and then with Loverboy Lee, a lot of the new high-flying antics that have come by way of Lucha Libre. Before we go on in this match, just quickly, Roy, I want to bring up the fact that there is a big card of action coming to the Boutwell Auditorium, at one time the showplace of professional wrestling in all the South, and it's going to be really rejuvenated with a Legends card coming to that arena on October 8th. That's a Saturday night. And you've already, been working with promotion. You made a match earlier with the exotic Adrian Street, putting his European title on the line against Wendell Cooley, who is now managed by or part of the stud stable of Robert Fuller. There is just you've got a special referee in a match that's going to be coming up between Bullet Bob Armstrong and Jimmy Golden, and Brickhouse Brown is a special referee. A lot more matches as well. This is an incredible event coming to Birmingham on October 8th.
Boutwell's had a facelift, and so is wrestling. And here we are coming back with some of the greatest names in professional wrestling that the fans love to watch. I'm sure it's going to be a packed house, so people better plan on getting their tickets early, because they have got at that night probably the biggest and best night of professional wrestling that they will ever see.
Well, there are some outstanding athletes, outstanding stars, outstanding superstars, outstanding veterans. We will tell you more about that as Wrestle Birmingham continues. And Dennis Condrey going to send Lee Thomas to the floor, and right away does, and follows up. This is typical Dennis Condrey. Oh my goodness, coming this way. Holy Toledo. Right in front of us, Lee Thomas's head slammed into our electrical equipment here at ringside. Almost lost a pair of glasses with that one.
Much as I hate to say it, I think he did that on purpose.
To get your attention?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Well, you know this man. If anybody knows him, you've been in the ring many times with Dennis Condrey. When you're facing a man like Dennis Condrey, what does Lee Thomas have to look out for?
You know, there is so much, because the guy is so versatile. He will be behind you before you know it. There are so many things you got to watch out for. I mean, it's impossible. If there was 4 people on the corner queuing him in, he'd never know what to do.
And Lee Thomas, right now, Condrey just content on keeping him out of the ring, wearing him down, beating him down, taking the measure of the younger wrestler. And Lee Thomas right now is the worse for wear. And
well, he's taken Lee Thomas out of his game. Is what he's trying to do. I mean, Condrey, unfortunately, is a very intelligent wrestler, knows what he's doing. He's taken Lee out of his game and making it very difficult for him to get to the point where he can beat Condrey. And it's serious for him to beat Condrey.
You know, here at Wrestle Birmingham, we saw a reuniting of the Midnight Express a while back with him and Beautiful Bobby. And a team, when you saw them, there was just a magic there. It was like they had never been apart.
The synergy was there, and it always will be. Look at him, you know.
And as a singles wrestler, and as you say, he is a very smart man, but he's a very conniving wrestler. That's one thing about Dennis Condrey. And I'm not sure how much of that is Dennis Condrey and how much of that is the one and only Jimmy Cornette coming out in him.
You know, keeping his focus away from the match is liable to be a detriment to this match, too. He's liable to find himself on the road.
And right now, Lee Thomas mounting a comeback, and Dennis Condrey is reeling.
He's in trouble now.
Lee Thomas with those left and rights have him in the corner. Wants to cock that right hand. Pow! 1, 2, the referee. Not much he can do this time, Roy. He's just got to watch and see what happens. And, Dennis Condrey just pushed Lee Thomas off into the referee.
Oh, no, he can't do that right in front of me. Now, this
he's got something in his hand, Roy.
This puts me in a bad spot. Now, I can't interfere, but now this is not right.
Dennis Condrey has something concealed. There you see it in his hand. It's tape, and it looks like there's something inside that tape.
I hope the referee comes around and sees this.
Roy George has been knocked down. Lee Thomas is attending to the referee. Oh! Lee Thomas waylaid.
Oh, no. Now, this puts me in a bad spot. I don't know. I can't.
Referee Roy George with the count. Dennis Condrey has won the match, Roy.
That's not right.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the lover boy, Dennis Condrey.
That's it. I can't help it. I got to go.
Lee Welch dropping his headset on the table and is headed into the ring. We're going to follow him in.
And apparently, Lee Thomas must leave town.
Roy.
Listen. Hey, referee, you got to check him out. Roy. Referee,
This is too important. You got... Dennis Condrey. What you did was not right. And Roy, get back here. I've got to talk to you. I've got to talk to the referee.
What are you doing out here, you stooge? What are you doing? Hey, you need to stay out of my business. This is my town. I own Birmingham. I have always owned Birmingham. This is my town. You are nothing but a stooge. You need to get out of a stooge with a capital S. You've been stooging for years. You've been stooging your way through the business for years.
Referee.
Don't try to cause me this match. If you do, I'll stomp your butt right now in this ring. You see all these people want me to already. They know you're a stooge. Hey, don't turn your back to me. Don't turn your back on me. I'm talking to you, boy. And don't come out here thinking you're going to stooge me off because I pinned him fair and square.
You've never beat anybody fair and square, Condrey.
Do what?
You have never beat anybody fair and square, and I'm here as a representative of the NWA to tell you that. Now, Roy, did you see what happened? Well, let me tell you.
Hey, he don't need to see. All he needs to do is count. You need to go back over there where you belong, or you need to get your wrestling tights off. You used to wrestle, didn't you?
Listen, I retired a long time ago. My boots are retired.
You do what?
I have retired my boots. I'm no longer in professional wrestling.
Well, let me tell you something. If you want to retire, you need to keep your nose out of my business and be over here retired, not up here retired. Hey, Douglas, you turn your back on me for the second time. Don't turn your...
No, Franklin, don't make me find you. I'll suspend you for 6 months for wrestling in this town or any other town. All right. You understand? Now you keep no distance from the boss man.
He ain't my boss. I am my boss. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, okay, I'll go over here. Shut up. I'll go over here and talk. If I'm not mistaken, your name would be Welch. Is that correct? Is that correct?
The greatest family in professional wrestling, and I'm proud to be a Welch.
Is
Not
that
a Condrey,
right?
I'll tell you that right now.
Is that right? Well, if you're so damn great, why don't you get your tights on and let's see what you can do. Hey, that's 3 times you walked away from me. I am talking to you. He ain't my boss. He's not mine.
Hey, all right, I'll tell you what. It's a legend show anyway. A legend show. I'll put my tights on. I'll put my boots on. No. I'll come out of retirement because somebody has to teach you, Dennis Condrey, a lesson.
No, come on, boss. Well, let me just say this. I've had a lot of people think they could teach me a lesson. I've had the Road Warriors think they could teach me a lesson.
Listen, I know how you wrestle, Dennis Condrey.
I've had the Rock and Roll Express try to teach me lessons. They couldn't get it done. I've had the Steiner brothers try to teach me lessons. They couldn't get it done. And the list goes on and on. What makes you think you can get it? You better get out. Don't push me again. Don't put your hands on me again. No, you won't.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Condrey. I can get it done. I know your tactics. I know how you wrestle. I know what it takes for you to win. Well, let me tell you something. I can do the same thing.
Lee Welch.
What does that mean?
Accepting the challenge of Dennis Condrey and says he'll put his tights on one more time. What a match.
You better start riding a bicycle and running or something, buddy. I'll tell you one thing, because I'm going to blow you up in about 5 seconds.
Lee Welch now being restrained by referee Roy George, the senior referee.
Come on in here. Come on in here, boy. Come on in here. I'll jack slap you. Get in here.
Dennis Condrey trying to bait Roy Lee Welch into the ring. Roy Lee Welch has already said he'll come out of retirement.
Now I want you to sign a piece of paper saying that you ain't gonna have no heart attack when you come in this ring.
Lover boy Dennis Condrey.
What's your ugly face about? You got a sour stomach? Oh, you want some of it? I don't care if he's a director. He ain't nothing to me. Nobody is nothing to me. If I beat him, it's going to be because I'm the better man. All right? And it ain't a very big if. It's a matter of time.
Lover boy.
One more thing. Let me tell you something, Roy Welch. When you bring it, bring all you got, baby. And bring you a lunch, because I'm going to be here a while.
Lover boy Dennis Condrey signing on the dotted line, literally, to take on the director of enforcement, Roy Lee Welch. He's not listening to anything else but what he wants to do. That's Dennis Condrey. We'll be back on Wrestle Birmingham.
Let's call the time for the show tonight, but we'll be right here next Friday night. Now don't forget, no time to wait. The Legends are coming October the 8th to Batwell Auditorium, and it's going to be good, so get your tickets early like you know you should. For Wrestle Birmingham and NWA, we'd like to thank you folks for staying up late. I'm Chili Bone Lloyd, and this is Jazzy Jack. And the producers said we'd never be back. Wait, never be back? Come in. Did you read that contract?
What contract, man?
You done signed the contract?
I can't read, man.
Dog! Where's the dog?
Hey, man, name my phone, man.
I don't care what your age is. You come to meet me, you better learn to fly. Cause you'll hit the mat hard when you come from the sky. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose.